yeah, we are back and we are live.
Yeah. Happy New Year, baby. It's 2026. Up in the mix.
How was your New Year's, sir?
I was kind of chill, man. It was kind of chill. Lately I've just been doing my own. Haven't been really kicking it with nobody type shit. Just focusing on myself, what I got going on. I think it's just the residuals of like my mom not being here. This was the first holiday season of dealing with that. So it makes me feel not too festive, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I hope everybody else had a wonderful, wonderful time and it was exciting for them and all that good shit. How was yours, man?
Man, good. But I wanted to say, man, you inspired me. And one thing that you do for people who may only know you on social media or people lucky enough to get to talk to you, every now and again at least, is that, man, you think, right? You are almost a philosopher with the way you see things. For my New Year's, I like staying home unless I'm working. I was talking to another friend about that. We were comedians, you were an entertainer. It's weird. Like, I feel like if I'm not getting paid to go out on New Year's, why would I go out on New Year's? This is a
That's
work
true
night,
too.
you know?
Yeah.
So either I'm
Mm-hmm.
off work, what do I do when I'm off work? I chill at the house, right? Or
Right.
it's a work night. So,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it was thinking, man, and loved staying home. I have a couple friends that are streamers that do big New Year's fun streams, so supported
Yep.
them and hung out with the wife. You know what I'm saying? Toasted some apple cider at midnight and did that. That was fun. I actually nerd wise, it was fun watching all the New Year's, right? So you watch the New York one and they show Dallas and Houston and
Oh
then
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Denver and then LA and then Hawaii. It was cool. It was cool to watch that. So uh
Yeah, apparently I was in the wrong part of town because I was downtown, not downtown, but in that area, the Ala Moana, just before
yeah.
Waikiki in that area, it was dead. There was
Oh
nothing going
wow.
on. But the west side, I seen all the
Waikiki.
footage and stuff like Eva Beach, Waipahu, and all that. Like, apparently they didn't get the memo about the fireworks being illegal. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a show. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I was again, whatever. It's all good. We're in the new year. New same grind, new year, just gotta elevate, you know what I'm saying? Take it to the next level type shit. So
But man, I was gonna say,
congratulations to all that are here with
yeah,
us.
man, you had me thinking though. Just to say, I said all that to say you had me thinking deep about instead of just being caught up in what I do and, going, oh, okay, well, how do I do more? Because more equals better. Because if I do more, I'm going to beat them with work. Like no one's going to outwork me here. No one's going to out content me. No one's going to out creative me, in
Well,
that,
yeah, you got
okay,
5 shows a week. Shit, that's a
it,
lot of content, bro.
when
Constantly.
it's one of those, a lot of people stream 5 days a week, but that would be the Mike show. And I hear record and go live and I watch other podcasts and I just talk about it. A lot of people do that every week. They do not do individual specific different subjects, different shows, different promotions for each show, different all of that, right? They don't do that. They don't. So, the
No,
idea
yeah.
is no one's going to outwork me, but maybe that's not always best, like the gym. You can go until you're beat up, but then your body, and then go the next day and you're like, no one's going to outwork me, but you got to give your body time to recover, right? You got to think, you got to have a plan. It's great to go to the gym and be motivated, but you need to have a plan. Otherwise, you'll burn out a lot of
That's
times. Not
true.
every time, but a
Yeah,
lot of times. You got to go, okay,
absolutely.
my goal is to lose 10 pounds. And realistically, that might take me 90 days. So I need to set a specific goal of 3.5 pounds a month. And I can reach that. Most people, no matter how big they are, believe they can lose 3 pounds a month, 3.5 pounds a month. That's less than a pound a week. I can do that. And you start somebody out off on that realistic goal. And that's what, like, your inspiration, because you didn't tell me exactly, but that's what your inspiration really did for me, was really make me put that desire in me and make me focus on setting out 2026 on realistic goals.
Awesome.
Goals that
That's what
make
you
me
said. Yeah,
uncomfortable. What did you say before, man?
absolutely.
You were like, comfort is the killer. You're like complacency and comfort. And I'm like,
Yeah,
goals, I need goals that make
comfortability.
me uncomfortable. You know what I mean? I think you shared a
Yeah.
thing. It might have been you or Isabella, shout out, about what would you tell, they were talking to, I think, Warren Buffett, and they're like, it was like, constantly try to be in rooms you don't think you belong in. constantly try to be around people that make more money and are what you consider to be more successful than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't try
Absolutely.
to get in rooms you don't feel you belong in yet.
Yeah.
That's the goal. But that's
Yep.
the plan. And so you got me thinking, man, you got me realizing last year for you and me, man, that was a planting year. If you don't plant seeds, you can't expect a harvest.
True.
But
True.
now,
Absolutely.
man, from tours to business opportunities to money, being blessed with opportunities to have money from sponsorship deals and stuff, man, it's a harvest year, bro. People are seeing, you know what I'm saying, what we have planted, and it is good, and they're starting to see it, right? Oh,
Yep.
they saw a
There you
mountain
go.
of dirt, and we saw a big ass awesome tree making
Yeah,
big ass
man.
fruit. And now they're starting to see these trees pop. They're like, oh, these are some
Yep.
healthy looking trees. If I don't start, trying to get with these farmers here, I might not, you know what I mean? These guys,
Yep.
they're producing.
Getting them
Wow.
sponsors and investors is always the goal, baby. We trying to grow. You know what I'm saying?
And tours and records. You know what I'm
All of that good
saying?
shit.
Let's go.
All of that good shit.
Acting
There you go.
humble. Don't act humble. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, you know what I'm saying? You're killing it, man. I know you don't feel like it necessarily all the time because we're not supposed to. Especially a guy like you, I almost think that when the feeling of success starts to creep in and the feeling of I've won, I'm making it starts to, you're like, no, no. And you're like, I have not made it. I have
Nah,
got to
yeah,
keep
no.
grinding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it
You
is
know what?
okay
I
to
think
say you have made strides, brother. You have made strides.
thank you, man. You know what? In you saying that just a few seconds ago, it hit me where that came from. My father, my dad. And how that came about is because when I was a kid, I used to be a smart kid in school. I used to get those honor rolls, the level just before it often, and then like perfect attendance awards and shit like that. You know, at the end of the year, they
Yeah.
have the
Yeah.
assembly, and it was always my goal to go up more than 2 or 3 times for different awards, right? Because at first I only got like one for like perfect attendance, and I was like, "Fuck that!" Next time I'm get, So I worked harder.
I literally got an award one year for not fighting for the whole half of the school year. Like they
Wow,
made
that's an
up an
award.
award for me. Like you didn't start any fights or get in
Wow.
any fights the whole half of the school year, the second half. Here's
Okay.
a certificate.
Hey, you should feel honored. They made one just for you. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But no, so what happened was I remember the first year I didn't get anything but like perfect attendance. The next year I got like three. Okay. I go home and I show my dad, and he's like, "Oh, this is cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so what are you gonna do next?" So it's like, long story short, like it was never good enough for him, right? Um, Even if it was, he was always like, "Okay, so what are you gonna do now? Like, what's the next? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How are you gonna level it up?" And I'm like, "Dad, can we take a moment to, you know what I'm saying? Like," and he never did, and he never did. So I think that's where that comes from, where I'm like, "Okay, yeah, cool, put that on my under my belt, it's on my resume. Next." You know what I'm saying? Like, to others, they would be like, "Yeah, dog, let's go party. Let's pop bottles and have a steak dinner." Like, fuck all that, bro. Like, I've had my moments like that, but I mean, after 20 years of shit, you know what I'm saying? You're like, eh. But yeah, no, absolutely, bro. Like, I love hearing that from others. It's better to hear that from others rather than me saying it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be humble, bro. Like, there was a lot of a lot of y'all, whoever's watching this and that has known me for a long time, know that there were moments where T.Qron was anything but humble, to a fault. You know what I'm saying? And looking back, I don't like that person. I get why people get into that mindset. I understand it because I've done it. Not the best type of person to be. You know what I'm saying? Always try to keep it humble. And you've mentioned this before. You're like, bro, like just for you to be able to be, you know what I'm saying? Just try to act normal about it. It's just odd. You know what I'm saying? Is it you would think like you would, nah, bro, like, because there's a lot of those types of people out there, not just here, but in every fucking part of the world that's doing it, just like myself, that's independent, that's coming up. Um, Humility is an art form, and I had to learn it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that came after I quit drinking over 11 years ago. That liquid courage, bro. Man, that liquid courage ain't nothing like it, right? Because then that liquid courage fucking kills that humility in you if you even had some of it to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Now you
True.
think you're like, it be having motherfuckers thinking they superheroes or gods, even. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. But yeah, whenever somebody else says it, that's more than enough of an award for me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. I really do,
Yeah.
man. But I'm
Well,
about to like the mindset that I have. It's like, okay, what's next? What's new? Where do we go from here? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
Well, and there's a difference, man. It's like cockiness versus confidence, right?
yeah.
And consistency builds confidence.
Hmm.
In that you can go into a gym and do things other people would hope they could do, dream they could never do. And it's not like you're bragging. You're like, oh yeah, man, I could go jog 3 miles right now if I had to. In fact, I'm going to. You're like, after this, the plan is to go jog 3 miles. There are a lot of people who could never dream of jogging 3 miles right now. And you're not bragging. You're confident because you do it. You have done it.
Yeah.
You've been there, and that's and so it's like, yeah, I'm going on tour, I'm gonna crush it, and not because I'm hoping and I got to brag and try to sell people on the idea, but because I know the truth, because I have confidence is, that consistency breeds and builds that confidence. So, and
Right.
that's what I was thinking about with that. Speaking of consistency and confidence, the one thing that is not consistent at all, that people have very little consistency in right now, is the market. You know what I mean? So, yeah, buddy. Are you aware of the craziness? Have you been able to check it out?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I always keep an eye on that shit every week, man, every day. Amazingly, just right at the beginning of the year, the other day, crypto was coming back up, especially
Yeah.
altcoins. So, yeah, that's good. There was also renewed interest in the AI trades and names. So AI was going back up. But dude, literally as we're filming this, just hours ago, last night, and this might tank the market. Because anytime there's an attack anywhere in the world and the US is involved, 9 out of 10, in fact, well, maybe even 8 out of 10, shit starts going down. Like initially, the uncertainty, people start selling off. The big money starts selling off. So who knows what the market's gonna look like on Monday? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right now, crypto's holding. Crypto's fine, but come Monday might be a whole different story. You know what I mean? When this actually airs. So just before we get into any crypto talk or any investment talk, I just want to drop that little disclaimer once again, people. This show is strictly our opinions. It's what we're doing. It's what we feel. This isn't financial advice. This isn't fucking. We're not financial advisors. So please do your own research before hopping into anything. Your wins are your wins, and your losses are your losses. So yeah. With that being said, I don't know, man. I don't know what Monday's gonna look like.
Right, right. Well, and that's the thing. I don't think Monday's going to tell the whole story either, right?
No, I mean,
So,
of course not. But yeah, things might start, plummeting. Um,
well, and that's what I wanted to say as
who
of
knows?
right now, as we speak. Crypto is up. It's
Yep,
up higher than it's been in a while. We're looking at
yep,
91
yep,
and on its way up right now. Well,
yep.
Bitcoin, not crypto, but Bitcoin specifically, it's up one.
Bitcoin, right?
So most people are saying it's going to go higher because it's a hedge. And with uh, trying to stay apolitical about it, but man, let's just be honest. I mean, whether we're apolitical or not, oil is a big factor in what's going on, right? I mean, oil and the fact that Venezuela has a ton of it and we really want it has a little bit to do with what's going on right now. Okay.
Just a little bit.
And the thing about
Bro, I
that
swear,
is
this hand movement just gets me every time. This whole
so
just
oil
a
has
little
a
bit of oil.
yeah, just they've got the oil and the
God
drugs. We
damn,
stopped the
bro.
drugs now. We're taking over the man, it was pretty gangster though. Say what you want, man, but it's pretty gangster to
Oh
roll
yeah,
with it. You're like,
he's running it like, you know what I'm saying?
and you
Like
see, man,
a
they did it.
G. Yeah,
They walked in
that's
and took the
crazy.
man and his wife out of their bed. They walked in and took the man and his wife out of their bed. That's, by the way, if you wonder how badass the U.S. military is, that's the president. So the highest level of security that you can put on a man that that country has and can provide is on that man because he's the president of that country. The highest level of security is on that man. And the fact that we just walked in and we're like, clock out, big baby, you're done. You ain't got a job no more. You know what I'm saying? We'll be taking
Yeah.
it over from here. Whoa, that I
And
don't
I
know,
feel
man.
that as cool as that is, because I'm an American.
I'm not making a
Like
statement on
I'm
how I
just
feel about
yeah,
it. I'm just
right.
reporting that it
But you
happened.
get what I'm saying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 man. Like,
It's like, yeah, that is yes, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you love that because that's our military, right? And you want to be part of the nation that has the dopest military in the fucking entire world. But at the same time, the repercussions of what just happened, who knows? And that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's the part that really is uneasy for most
well,
people.
and
But
I'm glad you brought that up because the repercussions are what we're talking about market wise, right? And
mm,
how I feel as we see right here on screen, the Bitcoin rally is part of the repercussion in the same way that they're saying that we can expect next week. And we'll see. But and I could be wrong. And these guys that I've read could be wrong that I seem to because I try to read everything, right? And then kind of make a decision on, okay, well, I've read this guy's stuff over here. I've read this guy's CNN, NBC, MSNBC, Fox News, see it, you know what I mean? And mainly
right.
like, CoinDesk and Bitcoin Wallet and 99 Coins and all of these places and then make my own decision. Like if I took all this information, right, and I went to Vegas and I had to like put money down on what I think is most likely to happen, this is what I think is probably gonna happen, right? So at this point, oil going up is gonna happen. Gas going up is just gonna happen. That it's creating that wave in the market because Venezuela was a huge supplier to China and Russia. And then certain people might go, yeah, but then that's not America. So what does it matter to us? It's like, well, because the problem is supply and demand. And now we are cutting off two of the largest countries in the world, big as us or bigger. China's way bigger with a bigger economy. We're cutting oil off to them, which causes all of their manufacturing costs, things of that nature, to go up, to
Mhm.
cost more. So that means that the scarcity of oil will cause it to go up, period. Now, the problem there is that means that the dollar buys less of it, driving down the value of the dollar. Hence, the hedge of the dollar classically, since it's been created that everybody loves, Bitcoin and crypto is going up. Does that make sense what I just said? And what are
Yeah,
your
no,
thoughts on that?
absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. It's this type of uncertainty in the world and the devaluation of the dollar that's been the driving force for the last 15 years for Bitcoin. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, yep. It's interesting times that we live in, brother. Um, we'll see what happens with gas prices. One of my homeboys from Vegas, he actually just posted a picture yesterday at a gas station, and it was 287 a gallon. I don't know how much it is there in Oklahoma. It's still about four something here, 420, 430 something.
Yeah, it's like for the cheapest gas, it's like 205,
Wow.
207. For what
Wow.
I get the mid grade, man, because
Yeah.
I like to keep my cars. I want to
Hmm.
put 200,000 on them. And I love my truck, so I'm not trying to get rid of it. So I put the mid grade in there, and that's like 238. I think I'm paying 238
Wow.
family.
Okay. Shit. Damn. Just
Yeah,
about
bro.
two flat for a gallon. That's
But remember,
incredible.
I'm in oil country. I'm in historically the cheapest place for gas in the world. because it's the Oklahoma, Texas, South Oklahoma, North. You know what I mean? The Permian Basin. Look it up. I mean, this is
Awesome.
the richest oil reserves in the United States.
United
So,
States. Yeah. That's
and
what's
it
up.
ain't shit compared to what we just got. You know, man, that's the thing. I think why it is so wise and why it makes a lot of sense to be into Bitcoin and crypto and to hedge your bets, diversify your bonds. You know, I mean, this is a 7-day, right? So if we go 1 month, crypto, well, no, I take that back. It was at 93 on December 9th. It had that big rally and then it dropped. And so it hasn't been this high since the 12th of December. So it's at a 2-week high right now and trending up.
Yep, definitely.
So,
I kept saying, like, in the mid 80s or low 80s, shit. I would buy up, and so if you did, and you bought that dip for the last couple of weeks, congratulations to you. Hopefully, the trend keeps going higher, and if it doesn't, people that have fucking been in Bitcoin, traded Bitcoin for ages, they know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yep.
there's people out there, bro. Like, it doesn't matter if it drops to the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s. It could drop to the 30s, and motherfuckers will still be buying. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, believe
This,
it, man. I was hoping it was going to drop to 70s. I was praying it would drop to 70s and then do that March bounce because first quarter numbers when that happens in March are going to come out crazy,
Mhm.
and it would do that March bounce to 150 and you double your money overnight. Yes, I was hoping for that, of course. I
Uh,
also want I also want a dragon, you know what I mean? The poop Skittles to fly over my house. Okay. I want a lot of things, man. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. But that would have been cool to me. So
that was a very interesting visual there. All right.
who doesn't? You know what I mean? It's like, is that a dragon to poop Skittles flying over my house? Yes, with diarrhea. Let's go. Okay, anyway, I'm just saying. Okay, I'll stop. Um looking up, doing a little deeper research. On X, what we've done is I did I don't know if you know on X, but you could do a kind of a cool thing, which is you can take 3 different AI models and put them together to give you a basically kind of a breakdown of what all 3 say into one thing. So
Oh,
that's what
that's
I
cool.
did. This is Chat GPT, Grok, of course, because you have to use Grok. So this is Chat GPT, Grok, and Sora AI, or not Sora, Meta AI, excuse me, Meta AI, which is Google's, and basically implication for crypto markets off of what just happened. Excuse me. Crypto often acts as a hedge during geopolitical turmoil, but initial reactions can be volatile. With the events unfolding over the weekend, spot prices may swing wildly on the Monday open. Specifically, Bitcoin and your major assets, digital gold, will see inflows as a non sovereign store of value amid fiat uncertainty and inflation fears from oil spikes. Geopolitical shocks historically amplify existing trends. Bitcoin might rally if seen as the safe haven, which it seems like it's doing as we pop over and look at the markets, but dip initially on risk off selling. And as we see on the news article we pulled up, that's exactly what happened. It dipped, then it recovered, and then with DeFi protocols gaining as alternatives to disrupted banking in affected regions. And then privacy coins and volatility coins expect high volatility. Once again, with those, please investigate your own risk. They're more fun, but like we say, please keep in mind these privacy coins and these high volatile coins and these, NFTs. That is, I mean, that is really, you know what I'm saying? That is always a high risk
It's
move
almost
there.
like gambling, basically. It is.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas we like to focus a little bit more on the longer term here. And then finally, broader dynamics. If oil driven inflation persists, which looks like it certainly could, crypto benefits as an inflation hedge. However, great power friction, China, Russia could amplify global risk, pressuring leverage positions. Watch for the petrodollar erosion accelerating crypto's role in alternative energy transactions. And then
Mhm.
finally, in summary, short-term downside risks dominate the stocks, except, of course, energy and defense. While crypto could see opportunistic buying as a hedge, which is what it looks like it's doing now, and then monitor oil futures and diplomatic updates for pivots there. So, what are your thoughts on that, my brother?
Oh, absolutely. Everything that was said in that article, gathered from source from three different AI platforms, is spot on. Just like I was telling you on Monday, like I don't know where the market's gonna be at. It just told you, like, be prepared. You get what I'm saying? Right now, it looks cool as far as the crypto shit, but we all know like that 91,000 could turn into fucking 82,000 as soon as Sunday turns to Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, that happens all the time, and it could go even lower. So if you're invested in crypto or if you're thinking about getting into crypto, I hope you have some balls of steel to ride the waves, baby. Because fuck,
See,
this
and for
past
me,
year,
once it not advice, my point of view, not advice, probably incorrect. Very, very well could be wrong. But right now, man, it is the change. It is the if you wanted some and you didn't get it already, you better get it now because that stuff is
yeah,
going to in my opinion,
yeah, no,
Bitcoin will
absolutely.
hit
Overall,
200K by the summer now. Well, I'm sorry.
oh,
Bitcoin's going to hit 150K by the summer now. And,
ooh,
bro, not to
Mike's
be
calling it 150 by summer
by
2026,
August
baby. Let's go.
1. Let's go. Bitcoin at 150 by August 1.
I mean, that's realistic. That's realistic if you ask me. Like, yes, long term, yeah, it's definitely going higher. But what I'm saying is, like, my warning is to people that are very short sighted, looking
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
quick flip, that type of shit. Like, because they heard that that's what you got to do is make a quick flip, trade, and get the fuck out, get your profits, right? You might be in it for longer than you want unless you want to take a loss,
But that
but
unfortunately, man, I see that's how people go broke. And I hate
yep,
that.
yep,
It's like, no, man. You know what I mean? Like, there is a reason it takes dudes 5, 6, 8 years of college to get a degree to go actually professionally trade on Wall Street, bro. And not that, and yeah, not that those are all good people, blah, blah, blah. We're not doing that. I'm just saying there is a skill set to this, man, like anything else, and you can do it from home and you can win. But those high level, gotta make all my money back overnight or triple my money overnight plays, m- as we have seen, and the numbers dole out, let me say it like that. As we see with numbers and playing the odds on that and paying attention to the numbers, more
yep,
people lose than win
yep,
that way. And I hate that,
absolutely,
man. So, yeah,
absolutely,
you know.
always, always. But yeah, gotta love it, man. Ain't no place to make money like the markets.
But yeah, I would say this because, okay, man, couple things here to keep in mind. Remember, Trump created the Bitcoin reserve literally for the first time, back in, I want to say February, March, he literally created a Bitcoin reserve. So
Right.
America, the country, yeah, the United States as an entity is holding so many, we don't know how many, but the United States is holding so many Bitcoin and is set up to allow Bitcoin to be used as quote unquote legal tender, right? The same way my credit card is legal tender. And Bitcoin can purchase and pay debts, or excuse me, US can purchase and pay debts via Bitcoin internationally. So to
Yep.
China, so to our importers and exporters, Bitcoin will work. So if the dollar completely falls, maybe the guys who are running the Bitcoin reserve and remember last week we talked about the last president?
Hmm.
I don't know, man. I'm not trying to get too deep, but think about it. If they crush the fiat currency, and they control, I mean, he who controls the money controls the game, right? And if you control the oil and the money, so we'll see. We'll see. But a lot of people I thought were a little crazy and conspiracy theorists before I'm legit are like, oh, you guys are starting to make, and I completely disagreed with you, right? Like I thought I had good reason to think, no way, this would be the quote unquote last president, or they're setting it up to be a thing with a super power play with crypto and oil and blah, blah, blah. But I, you know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying?
There we
So,
are. Yep. There we are.
what do you think about maybe geopolitically the way it's going with that? Do you think that holds any truth there, or what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. What do you mean, like geopolitically, like as far as
Do
what
you think
it
it might
means for
be
the
a
world?
move to not only create U.S. dominance, but maybe current people in power dominance in a way that we
Of
haven't seen
course,
before? Because, well, your
of
green dollar
course.
folding dollars don't really mean much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Compared to
Hey,
crypto.
what's his name? Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah.
He just posted something really long. Like he makes these really long posts on his. It came up in my feed, and he was talking about how this is giving him Saddam Hussein vibes. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Here's the
how this,
difference.
yeah,
We at least pretended like Saddam Hussein was a threat. You know what I mean?
right,
We at least pretended like that guy was somebody that could hurt us in some way. He was, making, remember the whole thing. I don't even remember. It was a long time ago. But the whole thing is they were making nuclear weapons. They were getting rid of
right.
stuff.
Weapons of mass destruction and all
We
that
had to
other, yeah,
stop them. Yeah, because if they did, they were going to use them against us. We didn't even say that. We were just like, look, man, he's in the drug trade. Not that we're not. Not that the U.S. is not in the drug trade. Hey, man, they're in the drug trade. They've got sanctions on them. We want that oil. So we're going to walk right up to his door and be like, you're coming with us. Did you want to fight about it? Because we're here for that too. And he was like, no, I don't want to fight about it. At least we pretended. You know what I mean? Now, good thing is it's not a years-long war where we're sending, literally hundreds of thousands of troops to a region. At least it was
shit,
one of
not
those.
yet,
Yeah, no,
not yet.
we got to send peacekeeping troops, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Not yet. Depends on what the blowback might be from all these countries that don't like us.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, as a Christian, I'm one way about it.
Yep.
And as a realist who understands how the world works and that everybody who runs every country is a gangster. And if any country thought in a heartbeat they couldn't walk in and take over the White House and go out on TV the next day and go, we're running America now until we decide there are people in there that like us, you don't think they would? You don't think that pretty much every country other on the planet, if they thought for a hot second they could get away with doing that and do it the way we just did, that they wouldn't? We know they would, man. Just like China.
Absolutely.
You don't think every other country in the world, you don't think we would in China if we thought we could get away with it? Except for our allies that are strategic partners that we keep there because we need shields, human and otherwise. Other than that, if we thought if anybody thought they could walk in and take us over or vice versa, that's the way this world, it's risk in real life. And it's
Yeah,
like
the
that.
crazy part is it was funny when I was coming up this morning after my little morning walk through the elevator. I was just thinking to myself, like, imagine like going into another person's country and just being a resident there, a citizen of that country, waking up and you have these soldiers that are just on the streets and like, oh my god, an American, like what would like Russian soldiers look like if they invaded Hawaii or whatever? You know what I'm saying? I was just like just it's crazy to think that we could do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, but the problem is we wouldn't want that happening to us, right? Like that's crazy. Um, it's a foreign idea to us, right? But shit, man.
It
Once
wasn't.
again, those World War III talks are on the table.
It was a foreign idea until, I mean, it's a true F around and find out. And people don't like saying this, but I mean, the reason people don't attack the US is because they did. you know, England. You know what I'm saying? Remember French, the French Revolution, the French and Indian War,
Oh yeah,
Spanish
back in the
War.
day, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing. 1800s wasn't that long ago in the grander scheme of history. It really wasn't. It was just our great great grandfather's time. And in other parts of the world, the great grandfather is there going, my father taught me this to the kid who's going to come and try to fight us next year. Seriously. So,
Yes.
but yeah, I mean, and also because look at what we do around the world in our military. Once again, it's foreign to us because it has happened and we took them out. Now we're becoming Rome to me, which is we're getting bloated and soft and we're soft. You know what I mean? And we think we've got it. We're good. No one's going to mess with us. And so we're doing the things that bloated fat, countries do, near the end of what they are. However, once again, I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. Once again, I think the crypto market is going to tell us a lot if we pay attention to it, regardless of politics and opinions. So, yeah.
Well,
And I wanted to pull up.
regardless of anything else, welcome to 2026. What a way to kick it off. What, 3 days into the year? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Hey, man, you know what I noticed, man? Nobody's talking about them Trump checks anymore. I want that $2,000. Let's go. What happened
This
to
is
my
exactly why I
2K?
told you what I told you a couple of months ago.
You're like, don't
Like,
believe
yeah,
it. I'm like,
okay.
I want it. Okay, but I want. And hey, man, I had good conversations about it. As far as it would be very good for the retail markets, it really would give
But
everybody who
dude,
makes less
that's
than
why.
100,000 2K. That would be really good for.
And look, it still might happen, right? Who knows? But that's why I posted what I had posted. Like, yeah, I'll see that when I see my $5,000 Doge check. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. I
Exactly. Give me my money.
I personally, man, I just feel like we just see too much of the president all the fucking time, man. Can we just have certain days that we see the president and like news about the president, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, maybe? Just
Well,
give us
man,
like
and
two.
the secret comes when you realize, oh, this is a product. This really isn't this guy. This really isn't what's going on either side, right?
Yeah.
I make jokes. You can ask my wife. I lean more conservative on a few topics, right? I really do. Um, Support Trump in some things, do not support him in others, just like every other president that's ever been. You're not allowed to do that nowadays. You're not allowed to go, I prefer this person to this person, but these things I don't like about them. You're
Nah,
not allowed to do
that's
that. Everybody's
wrong.
like, you stupid brainwashed, you'll follow.
Yeah,
No,
I know, right?
no, not at all.
Right.
But regardless of that, man, I get so sick of the pro Trump media. And I make the joke, forgive me, gonna be but it's like you turn on like Fox Business, because I'm just trying to get business, not like, and it's like there's two people on, and it's like, and today we have two people on, they're gonna tell us how delicious Trump's balls and shaft are. And this person, oh, I love Trump's balls. They're so big and delicious, and I love them. And everything he does is great. And everything he does comes from the testosterone from these balls I hold and cup. And the other person is like, yes, but may I add, his shaft is so amazing and long and orange. And I love his shaft. And I have
Oh my
orange
God.
lips. It's like a big Cheeto I want to crunch into. And everything he does is so delicious. And his balls and shaft are wonder. It's like, stop it. Stop it. But then on the other side, it's, well, he's Hitler and Satan, and everyone that's ever agreed with anything he's ever done hates all children and wants to see black children drowned in the river in front of them and hates Mexicans and wants to piss on poor Mexican women. It's like, no, neither one. But you know what I mean? It's like, I'm so sick of it. It's like, enough. Okay. I get why you hate the Trump people on this side, because when you turn on their shit, you have to hear that and it drives you crazy. But I also get why you pro Trump people on this side hate it and it drives you crazy, because neither one are telling the truth. So,
Okay,
yeah,
so
man.
that entire 2 or 3 minute rant has to be a clip,
Okay.
or at least two clips. Two clips, two clips.
But you see how it.
Tremendous, tremendous.
Okay. All right. I'll write that
I
down.
can't do a fucking impression. You're probably better than me at that shit. I want to
Do
go
you
watch
see
some
what I'm
Godfrey
saying,
now.
though? Have
But
you
no,
watched the news
absolutely,
and
that
seen
shit
that?
had
You're
me
like, oh my
dying,
God.
bro. That
It's
shit had
true.
me dying the way that you described his orange shaft. Pause.
That's not, hey, that's what I see on the TV, man. I'm trying to get
No,
stock and crypto news.
no,
I'm trying to get oil trading prices, and that's what I have to hear. Okay.
no, but that's what I'm
So,
saying. There's just too much of it. There's way too much of that shit mixed in. Like, can we just not see the president for like 2 or 3 days out the week, bro?
yeah.
Can you just hold it back for like a little bit? Just a
But,
little.
but
Dial it
then,
down.
then
I
the
don't know.
then the Trump is God and King, and the we hate Trump because he's Hitler. Both
But it,
medias,
but
they would
it
lose so
also
much
he's a,
money. They would lose
but
so
also
much
he's
money if
a
they stopped for a day, dude. You know how much money they're making by
but
getting
also he
you to
loves the
share their
spotlight.
meme or me? Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
he loves the spotlight. So as much TV time as you're gonna give him, fuck, he's gonna give you something to talk about.
We don't have
He's a
anything planned. What should we do? Those
he's a sh-
Mexicans in Venezuela have oil. Let's bob them. Well, sir, they're not Mexican. Yes, they are. Sorry.
he's like a shock jock president. You know what I'm saying? Like that's literally what he is. Like he will give you something to talk about. Like just
And
because.
when people are like, "Oh, he's golfing, shouldn't he be?" I'm like, Let him golf. Please, just let him golf. Okay?
Right. This is the most peaceful you're gonna see it for the next few days. Don't worry. As soon
He's
as Monday
golfing
comes
with Kid
around.
Rock. Yeah, we can sleep for a night. There's him and Kid Rock
Right.
golfing. Whatever's going on there, it ain't shit. So we're good.
Yeah, nah. That's all good, man. But anyways,
Speaking of
God,
good
God
things,
help us
man,
all.
I thought you'd appreciate this, man. This is our guy, why Wall Street look like us now, and he talks about why holding cash is a trap. It's a little controversial, this one. I thought you'd enjoy. We get your take on it. So yeah.
Yeah, let's
Cash
go.
is safe. Now, we know that's a lie. It feels, most people think cash is safe. Now, we know that's a lie. It feels safe because the numbers don't move. But what if I told you that that's exactly why it's dangerous? Here's what most people don't understand. The system is never designed for cash to be king. The system is designed for assets to reign supreme. Cash gets taxed first. Cash gets inflated away first. Cash gets punished the fastest. But assets do the opposite. Assets appreciate. Assets get favorable tax treatment. Assets compound. Assets are protected by policy. And what do the wealthy do? They take the money to buy the assets. And when things break, they don't save savers. They save asset prices. Let me say this clearly. America's system, it is designed to reward the people who own assets. And in 2026, the gap is about to widen faster than most people even realize. Because whether the market crashes or not, they will print money. And assets will respond, dollars will lose value, and it will cost more money for you to buy the same things. That's not politics. That's not theory. That's history.
See
Oh,
why
yeah.
I
Most
love
people
him?
think cash.
You know
Yeah,
what
no,
I mean?
he's,
Let's go.
I mean, he's dead on. He's dead on.
I love how we were just saying so much of this isn't politics, but they force politics on us to not let us have this info.
Yeah.
And then he just said the same thing. Let's go. I love
Yeah,
it.
no, I mean, he's spot on, man. Look at all the perks you have, the protections you have when you put that money into assets. Yes, if you're invested in the wrong assets and all they do is go down, you're kind of fucked. That's what investment is. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to win 100% of your trades or investments, but the goal is to make more informed decisions and good investments so that over time, like you said, with the compounding and all that good stuff, it'll just grow in value versus your dollar losing value. 100,000 today is the equivalent to what 40,000 was, what, 15, 15,
Yeah,
20 years ago.
which is not that long ago. You know, think
No.
about that.
15,
So
20 years ago was in my heyday, when I was doing shit, when you were doing shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine having 40K, you know, be the same as 100 in 2020, 2025, 2026. That's crazy. I don't know. If people are still on the sidelines with cash, it's like he said, it's people like it. It's safe because that number doesn't move. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to want to see that number drop. But at the same time, you're not seeing it grow either. You're not giving it a chance to grow, especially if it's just sitting in a savings account, a very small yield savings account, like a 1% or whatever. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. Me personally, like I learned that's dangerous, like he pointed out about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And that's when I started investing. It's always good to have some reserve cash so you can buy more assets.
I
You know what I'm
and
saying? But
absolutely. I was gonna also ask you. You posted a little bit about Netflix, which actually caused me to run and
yeah,
check out Netflix the other day.
yeah.
Um, what are your thoughts on that right now as I pull up the movement on it?
Shoot, I think it's still great. You know what I'm saying? Great
Oh
deal.
yeah,
It's like $90 now. I think it was like 91 when I posted something the other day. It went dropped to like $90 a share.
All right, Sharp. What's the most
To me, I'm buying
Most
up.
people
You know what I'm saying?
all right, Sharp? What's
I'm
the most important tool?
What was that?
I'm listening. Sorry. I'm pulling up clips for us. I'm pulling stuff
Oh,
up.
okay, yeah.
Here's the stuff. Sorry, guys.
No, what I was saying was I'm buying up at $91. You know what I'm saying? I'm averaging my cost down. I don't think it's anything to be worried about. You know what I'm saying? When
Oh,
it split, it
absolutely.
was at about $100 after the split, and it's dropped to even $10 low lesser than that. And I don't care. I'm personally buying now. You know, if that scares a few of you away, then you probably shouldn't be in the market. It's a 10% dip. It's the usual 20%. Okay, 30%. Fuck. Shit. A couple of my positions are still because they're tied into Bitcoin and stupid ass MicroStrategy. Um, fuck, man, I'm so mad. I have MicroStrategy related stocks. Yes, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but hey, it is what it is. I got in for the wrong reasons. No, the right reasons, but they turned into the wrong reasons. Anyways, some of those positions are down over fucking 60%. I hate to say it, and the more I kept adding to it, the more it kept dropping, and I'm like, you know what? Stop doing that. Start adding more to the safer plays. Buy more NVIDIA. Get more, buy into Netflix. More Tesla. Stuff like that.
Well,
Speaking
and
of which, Tesla came off of its, almost five. They were just this close to hitting the five, and then they started dropping because they're no longer the biggest car maker. Yada yada, blah blah blah. Big deal. But
I actually have a video on that. To
oh, cool.
close us out with, do want to show, if you look up here, man, as you can see, we're year over year, you're still up 3% on Netflix. If you bought it 1 year ago, as of the year, you are still up on it. And everybody's like, oh, it's fallen. It's like, okay, it's expanded as a company. You know what I mean? Its stock has split, so it's
Yeah.
expanded. It's only bigger. It's only acquiring more assets. It's only got more projects in. It's the stock is overall still up. Overall, you tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, it's such a solid. Once again, not advice. This is solely my opinion, which absolutely could be wrong, as I've said multiple times, and have been wrong multiple times. But to me, it is a it is almost like a utility stock. Like, you buy into, HECO or something. That is a
Right.
low yield, long-term profit stock, or,
Right.
just buy into the indexes themselves, like a
No,
NASDAQ,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. And the people that are selling out of it, there's a lot of the big money apparently is selling because they're taking on too much debt. You know what I mean? With the whole Warner Brothers acquisition. So
Yeah. Yeah.
investors don't like a company having too much debt. Um, but
But that's
if
okay,
you,
because one thing we understand about the market and that we know is that a lot of times the reason you get kept alive is because you do have debt. A lot of reason. I mean, half the reason, I think the reason we don't go to China is because we owe them money and they need that money. They need the money more than they need to conquer us, right? Like, debt is what makes you valuable. Debt is what has people keep you around. You know
that's
what I mean?
true.
If I have
That's
no
true.
debt and $1 billion, guess what everybody wants from me? If I have no money and $1 billion in debt, everybody's like, you got to make sure this guy is on his track doing his thing, or none of us get our money back. That's smart money right there talking. You know what I'm saying? Just a thought.
unless you're worth more money when you're dead than alive, you know what I'm saying? Then they'll be
Well,
quick to kill you.
that ain't the
You know.
case for me. So I ain't worried about that. I worry. They're like, man, we're gonna have to pay people to pallbear. So no, keep him alive. You know what I'm saying? He's only worth that much to us. So I agree, man. But mm, jokingly, I said that to say sometimes debt can make you valuable, right?
No, absolutely, yeah.
Because what is the debt they're holding? It's like it's Warner Brothers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is a company with debt, but still is a huge production company. And if nothing else, you've got the catalog. You've
They'll
got
be
the
able to
classic.
make the revenue to pay that off. That's not going to be a big thing.
They could
Um,
just auction off the Warner Brothers catalog or sell off a bunch of rights to internet companies that want the rights to a Batman commercial, a real Batman in their commercial. And they'll come off 5 million or 10 million to do that tomorrow. No problem. So, yeah.
mhm. The
You got another game?
possibilities are endless. Possibilities are endless. I don't know. If you ask me, I'm buying.
News.
I'm buying Netflix.
Yeah. Buy Netflix. Of course, right now, another thing we like to talk about, precious metals off the chain. Silver right now has gone crazy. Silver is in a new world. Silver and gold are both off the charts. So, you know, if you're
Mhm.
looking to follow the trend, jump in now. But, you know, we talked about it before it started going up. So as fiat currency becomes less valuable, that crypto and that silver and gold, I think, are going to become.
Yeah, I think it's time for me to start buying into some of that shit too. I'm missing out on those gains, you know.
Yeah, man. Well, you can do it easy. Now you can do the whole, you literally can set like $40, $50 a month, and you buy a little gold. They buy it for you and deposit it and hold it for you. So every month, like a little bill for $50 a month, you can set up to $2,000 a month, 10 grand a month, I guess. But you can buy, you know, certain amounts, set $100 a
Oh,
month.
I was talking about stocks basically,
Oh,
like, you know,
oh,
the
fair, fair.
indexes, the gold
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
indexes, silver. Yeah. Because the gold index, the one that I was eyeing out, I think it's called GDX, if I'm not mistaken. It was up like 160+% in a year.
Heck yeah. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah. Oh, yeah.
incredible. But yeah, you're talking about actually buying and holding real gold, and yeah. I
Absolutely.
think that from the talks, from everything that you hear, that stuff is set to explode even higher.
Yep. Yeah, man. Gold. Well, this is gold mines. This is just a Amex gold, and they're mining, right? So, and they're up, you know what I mean, 37 year to date. And that's 85. And that's just on gold futures. That's not on actual gold or gold stocks. That's just on futures. So, which is always the lower. Just like you can buy Bitcoin futures right now at a much lower price because it's a bet on what it's going to do. So, right now it's up, meaning everybody's betting gold is going to continue to go up. Yeah. So,
Yep. So before, everybody was talking about gold and silver, they were talking about Bitcoin being the digital gold, right? Now it's like, okay, yeah, Bitcoin is still digital gold, but actual gold and silver are still a thing, and it's even more popular today than it was in years past. In the past, people would look at silver and gold and people that were holding it and be like, oh, these are boomers, you know what I mean? Like only old people hold that shit. But now the youngins are like, oh, okay, this shit is valuable. Wait, what, 160% in a year? Fuck yeah, I'm buying, that type of shit. So
well, and yeah, it ain't going nowhere. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So,
it doesn't,
yeah.
it hasn't, it's never gone anywhere throughout the history of, the markets. Like, it's a stable investment for the most part.
Yep. See, gold just keeps going up.
Hmm.
2.29% increase from the previous day. The first silver, 1.72 rise. Silver is going nuts. Platinum is now going up too. Wow, 3.78% increase in platinum. And then
Yeah.
palladium, which you
Precious
never hear
metals.
about, is up. Yeah, dude, all of the good lord. Wow. See that silver? Just silver is going nuts. Who'd have thunk it? I would not have thunk silver of all things, but silver's in a lot of manufacturing. You need a lot of silver for the data mining centers. You need a lot of silver for AI to run right. More than
Yeah.
gold, actually. And that's why I think it's going up, even though there's more of it. And then finally, man, I figure we'll leave with this one. This is what is the one stock to buy in 2026 if you could only buy one. This is Wall Street looks like us now. And I'll be honest, guys, things are crazy. I couldn't pull a lot of news because a lot of times Saturday, going into Monday, when we record over that time period, you kind of know where things are going. You kind of know what to expect. You can kind of almost map out the volatility, like the range of where the volatility is going to be, and kind of live in those margins. But because we just took over a country,
Jesus.
literally, this we just gangstered, this we just Tony Soprano to come a country, and it happens to be like the largest oil, reserve country like in this side of the planet. You literally have to go to other sides of the planet to get this much oil. It's going to change things, guys. We do know that it looks like Bitcoin is trending up, and it probably, in my opinion, is going to continue to trend up. Gas is about to go up. COGS are about to go up. So Bitcoin, that hedge as the dollar value goes down, is where people are going to be putting their dollar. That's what I expect to see, quite honest. So, yeah.
You got another clip from the homie?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll play this one, man, and we're gonna roll out.
You own one stock in 2026, what would it be? Microsoft or Apple?
Apple.
All right. Apple or AMD?
Apple.
How about Apple or Tesla?
Tesla.
Tesla or Google?
Google.
Google or Oracle?
Google.
How about Google or NVIDIA?
Google.
Google
NVIDIA
or
for me.
Broadcom?
Woo.
Broadcom.
Broadcom.
Broadcom or Palantir?
Palantir.
Broadcom.
Broadcom or IBM?
IBM.
Broadcom.
Broadcom or Meta?
Broadcom.
Broadcom or MU?
Broadcom.
Broadcom.
Broadcom or Netflix?
Ooh.
Broadcom.
How about
Oh.
Man, he really likes Broadcom. AVGO. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like after you buying all this Nvidia the last year and seeing the run that Broadcom has made, I'm pissed. That
Man,
stock
he's-
when I was looking at it was in the 100-something range, and then it went to like 4s. It's crazy. Yeah, bro.
Broadcom or
I'm kind of
AMD?
mad, but missed out
Broadcom.
on that.
Why do you
Yeah, he
think?
really.
Broadcom or Tesla?
Because he's big on Tesla. He's huge on Tesla.
Broadcom.
How about Broadcom
Wow.
or Google?
Google. All right, man. 2026. Google is the big dog for me, man. Let's go.
Yo, Track.
All right. Yeah, that's interesting, man. See, I knew that one would like get the wheels turning. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he's saying Google over Broadcom.
It's just amazing that he'd take Broadcom over a lot of these, but its performance indicates why.
Yeah.
It fucking killed, man. Like I said, I was looking at it in the hundreds, and then it fucking popped to like the 4s within like a year, more than a year or so. And it made me sick because I was thinking I was this close to buying into Broadcom, getting a few shares here and a few shares there, and but I just kept scooping it. I mean, putting all that money into Nvidia and
That's
stupid
fair.
ass MicroStrategy plays. But anyways, I don't even want to think about that. But yeah, Mike, new year.
Broadcom is to buy. Yeah, man. Sorry.
Google 2026, huh? Okay. Google's made some interesting moves. They just keep giving you reasons to want to buy in. I should have bought Google a while back. I think it's a little too expensive now in the 3s.
Fair enough. You think it's going to come down?
I don't know. I don't know what their like. I haven't really been looking into their fundamentals or anything. I mean, anything can come down, especially with this AI trade. One day it's up, the next day it's down heavy. It's doom and gloom. Oh my God, the fucking bubble's bursting, yada yada. So any of these names could fucking take a nosedive. But Google seems to over time it's gonna make its investors rich.
I agree. And then look at Broadcom, like you said, in just July of 23, it was 82, and now it's trading at 345 to 360. So current price is 347. So
Yep.
yeah, man, that's crazy, dude. That's the
That's what
5
I'm
year,
saying,
6
like-
year.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine turning your $80 or $100 into fucking 3 whatever, 4 whatever. That's crazy. Over the course of a few years, even. You know what I mean? So definitely missed out on that shit. But oh well.
Didn't miss out, man. We're gonna get more. We're gonna get more. There's gonna be all kinds of crazy volatility and opportunity. Guys, we are excited, man. I'm a little long. I was trying to leave the last 2 minutes to 4 minutes for us to talk a little bit about your tour, which is coming up like in a week.
Yeah, it's January 15th. I'll be in Stockton, California. January 16th, we're gonna be in LA. Stockton, I'm at this spot called Fed. And then Rockwell Lounge in LA. Then we have the 17th, which is in Phoenix, Arizona, at this hip hop store called Trill, Trill, real popular out there in Phoenix. And in Tucson the next night on the 18th of January, a spot called Shay's Lounge. So if you are in the area, please come say what's up. Pick up a Paradise Ugly mixtape CD from your boy T.Qron. Show some love, support. Shout out to Slap Frost team, DJ True Justice for putting me on. Same homie that essentially put together that whole tour with the Alcoholics, the Red Cup tour. And yeah, man, I'm excited to be out there. We outside, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be doing some things. So yeah, catch me on the road if you're out there, man. California, Arizona, here we come. T.Qron, what up? Representing Hawaii, representing my folks out there in Vegas too. You know what I'm saying? Because Vegas has been my home for the last 11 years. So I got a lot of people out there that's rooting for me. Good people.
Slap
Yeah,
Frost
there we go.
tour.
Slap.
Yeah,
it's the
man.
10th annual. Yep.
Heck yeah. Whose music is that? Is that your music? Oh, original audio. Heck yeah.
Also performing here, MC. Pause one.
Oh, that's a little promo clip that DJ True Justice did for the whole. I think this is for the Trill show on the 17th. But yeah, you can let that play.
Cool, cool.
That's the Southwest Fest. Oh, you're just going through the Instagram.
I wanted to play your the last T.Qron Tuesday.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want to give the
for it.
people a taste, man. So.
Hell yeah. Go
All right,
for
for those of you that don't know, my man who's, touring internationally, dropping hot tracks. I'm so excited about that record, man, but I know you're very busy doing the other stuff, and that's okay. Like I said, man, we're cooking a big
No,
deal.
not internationally. I'm still national. I haven't done tours internationally, but shit, one day, God willing, maybe even at the end of this year, who knows?
Man, no
You
one's
put
gonna
that out
call
there
us
into the
out.
universe.
Man, no one's gonna call it out, man. Come on, bro.
Well, bro, I am one of those that like gotta be 100 with what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
know.
that's a manifestation though. Mike is manifesting that for me.
Well, okay, fair. And on paper, yes, but most people in Hawaii will tell you it is not America; it's its own thing.
Okay,
right?
now I get your point.
So if Hawaii's not
now I get your point.
America, you are touring internationally, right?
Shit. Once you leave the island, you are international territory.
Yes.
I get what you're saying. Now that makes sense. 100. But no, America is the 50th state. So don't nobody in Hawaii call me out for that shit. Like, no, it's funny. It was a joke. I was laughing at what he said. You know what I'm saying? Some people might take offense to that. I don't, because I know how to, I have a sense of humor. But yeah, go for it. Play that little that was the T.Qron Tuesday part 13.
Yes.
It was my verse from a song called Parental Advisory. It's a collaboration I was featured on with a group called Studio 99, dude out of Boston and Utah. He reached out. We connected over Instagram. We built a little bit. He's got this whole project that he's doing. Very interesting, very unique. Collaborating with 50 artists from 50 states over the course of 50 weeks. And I was the one that he wanted to collaborate with in Hawaii. So this is my verse from that song, Parental Advisory. Y'all can stream it on, all the streaming platforms, your Spotify's, your Apples, your Amazons, YouTube, even if you don't have any of those.
Heck yeah, man. I love it on YouTube. I love it on Spotify. And you all love it right here because T is right here. We're listening. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to roll out on this track. We appreciate you. Remember, every Monday night, 8 p.m., same bat time, same bat channel. Our boy is going on tour. We're going to work it out. We drop clips all the time as well. Thank you again. This is T.Qron Tuesdays, every Tuesday.
Appreciate y'all tuning in, baby.
Heck yeah. Make sure you follow him right now if you're not already so you can enjoy these. Let's
go.
The world is colder than it's ever been before, but no one told you, hold your own alone. Don't let no one mold you. You should be chasing your dreams, not the one that they sold you. I really don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but the industry is full of them. Terrible, sad dudes, unbearable when they stare at you, telling you half truths, but that's cool. Let me teach you to walk in your dad's shoes. See, this crap will try to batter and shatter you, then get mad at you. Instead of gratitude, they catch attitude, never flatter you. It doesn't matter who you have helped, they rather splatter you. Dramatical, they sever you fast, but no sabbatical. If they tell you stay in your lane, go build a highway. I don't care what nobody say, I did it my way. Progressing from depression and making it vibrate. Why wait? I'm moving mountains while making the sky. Listen here, little
It's not
soldier, the
fair.
world